Hello, my name is WingItMan, and this is going to be part 2 of our Let's Make episode of uh, AI Pathfinding. If you haven't already done so, open your Properties window, Explore window, and the Output window. They're all in the View tab, and we're also going to be referencing the Roblox wiki. So open that in your browser window and we'll get started. Right, so where was we? So our character can he can move with a bit of lag from Roblox, it did seem, but it can move. It can get to its target. If I put the wall straight in its face already, it can calculate around it. Let's see. And go. Something with this thing. Taking forever. There we go. As we can see, our test. Nope. Oh, yep. Maybe. See, he can get around targets, but as you can see, he nearly got stuck on our wall, and if he starts moving or there's a change in the world, like me putting that wall in the way of the target, it doesn't adapt. So how can we fix these things? Well, the first thing we can do is let's open the Roblox wiki. If you're not already there, search for Pathfinding on the Roblox wiki, and we'll come down to this part here, rechecking path. As it says, a good way to check if a path needs to be recalculated is with check occlusion async. Yada 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 yada. Let's see. Checks if path is blocked at start or at which point in the path we're at. So, if you remember, we used index to check where along in the path which coordinate we're at. So index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. So we're going to be using this value and from where this value is going to, the check occlusion is going to check along that path and see if there's any changes in the world or interruptions to the path. So let's use it. I'm going to wrap this just for safety's sake. I'm going to wrap this this function in a coroutine. If you don't know what a coroutine is, well, there's nothing really to worry about. Can't spell. A coroutine is basically having it's like having two scripts at the same time running. So the best example of this would be to have this while true loop running and another while true loop running at the same. You can have two bits of code running at the same time and they won't interfere with each other, which is handy in these circumstances. The reason I'm using this now is because I know that check occlusion async sends an error and breaks the script when there's something in the way of it. So coroutine resume, coroutine create function. I'm going to be referencing a blocked value variable equals path. What is it? Check occlusion async. Pardon me. Full colon, and we're going to set it to the index, or where we're currently at in the path. Now, as it says, we'll return the first point of occlusion if blocked, -1 if not, So if there's no problems at all, blocked or whatever it returns, if there's no problems, it'll equal -1. So we're checking if it changes from that. So if there's a problem, it won't be -1, and it will. We want it to break the script. So just copy that there and say if blocked doesn't equal -1, then break end. Let's test that. So move this out of the way for now. So it's got a straight path to its target. Wait for it to start going. I don't know what's going on with that. Now let's block its target. Does it change? Yep, it's changed. It's adapted. Fantastic. Try again. Block its target. Oh, too slow. One more time. Let's make a really long block now. There we go. What's it gonna do? Well, now it's really stuck, isn't it? Alright, I think we need the visualize path now to see what it's doing. So let's get on to that. Visualize path. So all for this we're going to do, where's English, is we're going to scan, no not, first of all we're going to clear all nodes. So nodes, clear all children. And this basically clears the nodes of any stuff they've already got in them. So every time we look at the visualized path, we know we're looking at the current path it's taken. So I'm going to scan through the coordinates again, like we did in our code below. In pairs, coordinates, do. I'm going to create a part. So new part. I'm going to put it in nodes. Its name is going to be node, and we're going to concatenate. All this does, the two dots, you can basically add bits of other string, other words or variables to a what you call a string, and our parts will become that name completed. So this will be node, if that's 1, node space 1. Just set up a few appearance things. Form factor. We want it to be really thin, so the Pathfinding service can't dissect it at the moment. At 3, 0. Going to make it tall so we can see it. Make it anchored so it doesn't fall away on us, and we'll make it so we can walk through it. We'll set its C frame to C frame coordinate, so that is going to be C frame to the current position. Save, and let's try it. I honestly don't know why this is taking so long to initialize. I think there's a problem with my Roblox Studio. I didn't I didn't call it, did I? Alright. So down after this after we get the coordinates, visualize path. I'm going to give it as the coordinates. transparency. That's not good. Transparency is not a valid member part, so I spelled something wrong. Transparency. Save. Play. And go. Oh, he's already made one. Let me just make this base plate bit. There we go. So there's our path. And as you can see, it's already started to make adjustments to get around it. Just fix that. Now he starts making a new path, and he reaches our target. That's pretty cool. Okay. Now we fixed that. I'll just raise him up out of the ground a bit. I think, hold on. No. I don't know why I get getting stuck. Strange. Okay. What do we need next? So, you remember before our character got stuck on the wall, and this sometimes happens where he'll make a path around here, and then about here, he doesn't make quite enough of a turn to get a wide enough angle to get around the wall. So to fix that, in most situations, we're going to check whether how fast our character's moving, or also that velocity magnitude. So again, the how fast he's moving, velocity, that magnitude. And if it's less than 1, then it should break. We're not going to add this to this function because it doesn't really need it. We can't really test that all the time, so we'll leave it for now. Okay. The other thing we needed to fix was, when our target changes position. If you remember, if our character started moving off and I changed the position, it would go to where the target was last. And this might work in some games, but this is basically how you fix it. So, if you remember, at the beginning of our wild script, we got the position that we was of the target before it's moved. So 2 is where it was last, where we checked last. So all we need to do is set up an OR if 2 minus target dot position dot magnitude. So again, the distance between where our target started from and where it is now. Again, the distance between those 2 points. And let's say if it's above 10 studs, we'll call it that. And for this we'll also break the code. So just copy and paste that bit of code there into your break, and we'll see how that works. Save your code, and let's give it a try. So, does it adapt? If I move this now, yep, it's moving. If I just move it a little bit, it doesn't. Oh, it does recalculate. Well, that'll say something. That'll be alright. Fantastic. Let's put it up here and tease it. What will it do? Oh, it can't get there. Never mind. Okay. So, that's pretty much all the safety precautions it can take, so it can get to its target. So, how do we get our player? How do we get our new targets? So let's first of all create a variable that we're going to set to nil for now. Closest target, we'll set to nil for now, and we're just going to scan through the player list in pairs. Game.players. I'm going to full colon get children, and that will scan through all the list of players currently playing. Okay. First of all, we're going to check whether player has a character and character has a torso, because I've run into many situations where that hasn't been the case and it's broke the script, and safety precautions are always nice to take. We're going to reference the torso of this character, so torso equals player character torso. We'll get the distance between. First, we'll get the distance between this torso and our torso, our character's torso. So, call it local new character dist equals torso dot position minus torso dot position dot magnitude. Alright, now we've got that. First of all, if there isn't a target at the moment, if not closest target, then we're going to set closest target to torso. Otherwise, or if closest target dot position minus char dot torso dot position magnitude. So again, the distance between our closest target, for example, say like that's our closest, this is our closest target at the moment, this is our first player we scan, so we've set that to our closest target at the moment, and then we move on to our next closest target. It'll take the distance between our dummy and its first target, and our dummy and the second target, and it'll compare those two distances, which obviously is our second target is closer, so it'll pick that target over our first target. Okie dokie, nearly forgot then. So let's give that a try. Save your work, so we don't come into any bugs. And it's picking its first target. It still picks its. I didn't call this function, did I? We need a player of it as well. Anyway, we'll say get closest player, or if there isn't a player that I can target. Oops, sorry about that. I nearly forgot. Return closest target. Yeah. So if it's got a target, if it's got a player that it can target, it'll target that player's torso. Otherwise, it'll just go back to the target. Save. And I didn't mean to click that, but never mind. Play solo. Let's see if it targets me. So at the moment it's targeting. Oh, it's coming after me. And because I keep moving away from it, it's going to keep looking for me. And that seems to be working, doesn't it? It's a bit. It keeps getting stuck for some reason, but doesn't work too badly, does it? See if I can get around this. Which it can, obviously. Alright, what else? I think that is pretty much it, I think. Okay. So once you've finished testing your Pathfinder scripts, you can comment these unnecessary parts, so it doesn't run them, so it doesn't show up in game. And yeah, actually, you should be able to put this script in any anything now. Cool. Actually, you don't need target anymore, so you can unlike that. But oh, I should put another if statement. If target, then, because if there isn't a target, well, this is just going to break, and you don't want that. So if target, etc. Save your script. Yep. Testing, whatever you're doing. And I hope you have fun implementing this script. Sorry it's took so long to explain it, and so long for me to record it. It's not the easiest of scripts to explain, and I'm probably not the best to explain things like this, but still, thank you for watching, and please leave a like, comment, say what you'd like me to put in the next video, and thanks again. Bye bye.